Hello everyone, welcome back to another brand new video, and today we are here with another tier list. I'm sick right now and I took a week off. I was on vacation. I was sick on vacation. I was trying to have a video out while I prepped for while I was on vacation. It didn't work out. Like, it was a stressful week. Even though I was on vacation, it was a stressful vacation. It was a whole thing. I got sick. But I'm here. I'm doing a nice little simple tier list to ease myself back into things, but expect some banger content upcoming. I didn't lie to you guys when I said that this is gonna be my best month so far, and I plan to stick to that. The tier list today is going to be ranking Jujutsu Kaisen characters, and we're going to be ranking them by their writing. Straight up, as objective as possible, I'm going to rank these characters from how well they are written to how unwell they are written. And there's not a lot of unwell written characters in JJK, but I'm just saying we're ranking them from the best to the worst in terms of how good they are as a character. And I'm only going to be covering characters that were in the anime today. So I'm not going to, any characters that are in the anime, what they've done in the manga, I'm not going to spoil what they've done in the manga for you guys. So, let's go through the tiers. We got the best of the best. These are the best written characters in the show, no doubt. As of this moment, as of the end of Season 2, these are the characters that you're like, I cannot wait to see how their story continues, or I love how that story played out. Those are your characters. These are your peak fiction characters. Below that, you got your great characters. You know, they're not quite peak fiction material, but they are damn great characters. You love watching them, but they're just not at that upper echelon yet. Below that is serves their purpose. These are the characters that came into the story, they did what they were supposed to do, and they left the story. And it's very simple as that. They serve their purpose, and that's about it. That's all they do. They're not great characters, but they're definitely not bad characters either. Below that is needs more time. These are your characters that are kind of relatively new to the anime, or they kind of just showed up. They've done a couple things, but we kind of need to let them cook in Season 3 before we rate them high on the tier list. Below that is just kind of there. These are your characters that are just kind of there. They're not really doing much. They have traits. They have like little quirks about them, but they are just kind of there. And then below that we got not a character. These are your characters that are just kind of like you'll see the characters that have zero characterization. They are just bodies basically. Jumping straight into this with our boy Itadori. He's at the best of the best right now, 100% for me. Seeing his progression in Shibuya was freaking amazing. His entire arc with Nanami and Mahito being my favorite of the entire gonna walk that back. I am gonna have to say Geto Gojo's hidden inventory arc is better. But Itadori, Mahito, and Nanami is my second favorite arc, little like character arc in the entire show. But it's freaking incredible. I love Itadori. His I'm you speech at the end of the season. Oh, it's so good. He's fulfilling his grandfather's request of saving everyone he can, and he just failed at saving Nobara and Nanami, so he's in a dark place right now, but he did defeat Mahito, so there is the silver lining there, but I can't wait to see how Itadori progresses in Season 3. He is at the best of the best tier right now. Next up, we got Megumi, and he's in the great character tier. He hasn't quite hit full potential yet. He just summoned, he summoned Maharaga in Shibuya. He did his whole thing with his dad. He met Toji. There are some great character traits about Megumi. I loved him, especially seeing at the end of Season 1, we really get to see him delve deep into who he is, and we see his sister for the first time and how that motivates him. So he has all the right pieces in place, but he hasn't quite gotten that amazing, incredible moment like Yuji has to really solidify him at the best of the best. And then we got Nobara, who serves her purpose. I'm lower on Nobara than most. And I don't hate Nobara. I'm definitely not in one of those people who thinks Nobara is an awful written character or anything, but I just think that it could have been executed a little better. Since I made my video on the Shibuya incident, her death scene has grown on me. I don't hate it as much as I used to, or I don't dislike it as much as I used to. I didn't hate it, but it's definitely grown on me. I'm excited to rewatch JJK at some point. But I still think Nobara is definitely the biggest or the weakest of the big three, and I don't think I can call her a great character yet. She just never had that moment. You know, Megumi at the end of Season 1 has his moment, and Itadori had a bunch of special moments, like his fights with Mahito in Season 1, and then Season 2, Itadori and Megumi still had things to do, and Nobara never really got that special thing that special moment for her character, and that's why I can't really put her into the great character. I can't really put her into the best of the best either. I think she just kind of serves her purpose in the story. She motivates Yuji going forward, and that's about it for her. Then we got Gojo, who I would put in the best of the best as well. His relationship with Geto is absolutely my favorite part of the show so far. In Season 1, I definitely would have put Gojo in great character, not in the best of the best. And even with Shibuya, I also wouldn't have put him in the best of the best. But it's really just the hidden inventory arc that carries him here for me. It is my favorite arc of the show. I like it more than Shibuya. I really love how it fleshes out him. He and Geto's relationship, I think it's fantastic. And while we're here, we can also go ahead and grab Geto and throw him into the best of the best as well, so I can talk to them as a team, because their writing is incredible. I absolutely love it. I love the turn that they do, where Gojo at the start is kind of an asshole and Geto's this super nice guy, and by the end of it, Gojo is the super nice guy. He's trying to adopt Megumi, basically save him from the Zenin clan, and Geto is on his full genocidal tear. It's great writing. I love the flip of their personalities, and their relationship even gets fleshed out more in Shibuya after that too. They are greatly written characters. I can't wait to see how it continues in Season 3. Then we got Maki. I think she's a great character. Her season one kind of carries her, because in Season 2 she really doesn't do a whole lot. I will be honest, but seeing her in Season 1 with it's enough to make me a great character. She was one of my favorites heading into Season 2. Now, I might have put her in the best of the best if we saw her full potential, but we haven't quite hit that yet. Maki's one of those characters. She's a great character. We saw that in Season 1. In Season 2, she didn't do a whole lot, so kind of knocks her down a bit. In Season 3, she's going to go off. I'm excited to see it. Then we got Inumaki. He's kind of just a guy. He serves his purpose. He motivates Yuta to come back and kill Yuji. In the finale, as we see that he lost his arm. He does his cursed speech things, and that's about it for Inumaki. He kind of just serves his purpose. And I'd say the same with Panda. He serves his purpose. He is just there. He's kind of just like a background character at this point in Shibuya. We saw him running around with Kusakabe. In Season 1, he had more moments. He even kind of had an episode dedicated to him with his fight with Mekamaru. We got to really see the inner workings of Panda, but still, it's not enough to put him in a great character. Like, there's nothing that jumps out at me about Panda, and Inumaki as well. Yuta, though, great character. I'm not going to quite put him in the best of the best, because the best of the best is reserved for basically Itadori, Gojo, Geto, and maybe another couple people in there, but Yuta is there. He's probably the most fringe character on this list, because JJK0 is awesome, and we even get to see him at the end of Season 2 a little bit, and it seems that his arc is gonna go crazy with Yuji. I'm very excited to see how that plays out in Season 3, but I love Yuta. I love his writing. I'm excited to see where it goes. Then we got Mai serves her purpose. She's fringe great character for me. I really like her relationship with Maki, but once again, there needs to be more there for Mai to bump her up to a great character. But she serves her purpose. There's nothing really bad about her, and that's about it. Then we have Momo, who is just there. Honestly, can't tell you a thing about her. She's definitely a character. She's not just a body. Like, she has moments of being a character. Her stuff with Nobara and Kyoto, and then in Shibuya, she does things. She is at the fight. She has like significant lines and stuff, but like, she is just kind of there. And the same with Kamo. He is also just kind of there. He is more significant than Momo for sure, but still, right now, he is just kind of there. Miwa serves her purpose. I love Miwa. I love her stuff with Mekamaru. It's not enough to throw into a great character, even though, like, this is where my favoritism has to get set aside, because I love Miwa. I think she's awesome, but she's not a great written character. She's not on the level of your Megumis, Makis, and Yutas, you know? Mekamaru, however, even though bias aside, I will throw him up there in great character, because I think he's awesome. And I think that he is a great character. Seeing his writing frickin' skyrocket at the beginning of Shibuya was fantastic. This man tried to pack Mahito and frickin' save Shibuya before it even happened. And his stuff with Miwa in Shibuya, when he's talking to her through the remote and they wrap up their little story, it is great writing. I love it. It is one of my favorite parts of Shibuya. Mekamaru is awesome. He's one of my favorite characters, and he's a great character. And same with Todo. He is an amazing character. Todo was one of those characters in Season 1 that kind of annoyed me. I didn't really vibe with his whole, like, bro-y attitude. I thought he was just he's okay. He served his purpose. But season 2, he is a legend. He saved Itadori. He got him out of his depressive funk, and they brought down Mahito together. He had his whole little vision with Takada. It was awesome. Todo is a great character. I don't think he's going to be doing much in season 3 though, because he did lose his hand. But Todo, he solidified his spot as a great character. Junpei, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I freaking love Junpei's writing in season 1, and I think he is the best written character of season 1 with probably Mahito and Itadori, because their whole story is awesome. There is no flaws in Junpei's writing. He is one of those characters that serves his purpose. You know, he enters the story, he serves his purpose, and he leaves. But it is above that. It is incredible writing. It does more than just serving his purpose, as it motivates Yuji. We see Junpei's impact in season 2 in Shibuya between Itadori and Mahito. Mahito even taunting Itadori with he transfigures his hand into Junpei and different stuff. Junpei's time in the story is short, but he is an incredibly written character, and he is the best of the best in my opinion. Masamitsu Yaga is just kind of there. He has like a couple lines in Hidden Inventory. We see his status as like Gojo's teacher, and then besides that, we see him in Shibuya. We see that he's there. He hasn't done really anything significant yet. I don't think he's gonna, because he's about to get capped in season 3, as his assassination was ordered after Shibuya. But Masamitsu Yaga is just kind of there. And Nanami, another one of those characters that is the best of the best. Absolutely flawlessly written character. Probably the best written character of the show, in my opinion. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We see his cold exterior get broken down by Yuji, and he truly develops a relationship with Yuji and cares for him. We see his little rivalry with Mahito. In season 2 in Hidden Inventory, we see Haibara die and how that affects him. We see even like his little minor glimpses of disliking Gojo there. And then in Shibuya, we see his death. He gets capped by Mahito, but we see like so much more of him, his visions of Malaysia. It's just a perfectly written arc. We learn everything that we need to know about Nanami, why he doesn't like sorcery, why he left, why he came back, and his death scene is done perfectly. His relationships with a lot of the main characters are super fleshed out and interesting and complex, and Nanami is probably just the best character in the show for me at this point. Utahime needs more time to be a great character to bump up for me. She's just there, but she does more. She's more than just there. Like, we see her as the teacher. We see her in Hidden Inventory solving like the puzzle. She serves a purpose in the story for sure. But like, she just needs more time to develop. I want to see more of Utahime before I make another call on her. Mei serves her purpose. I'm not going to say she's a great character, but she's also not just kind of there. She has complexities to her character, and I think she's actually pretty interesting. I'm excited to see more of Mei, even though she is a bit of a dog shit person and grooms her little brother. The other principal next to Yaga, Gakuganji, is also just kind of there. We see him around at certain times, and man's got a cursed appearance. That's all I'll say about him. Kusakabe needs more time. We saw a bit of him in Shibuya with Panda, but we haven't seen the inner complexities of this man yet. He's a lazy man. That's all I really know about him. He's got a sword. He's kind of cool. He saved Miwa, I think it was, from getting fucking Uzumaki'd at the end of season 2. But we need to see more of Kusakabe. Ijichi serves his purpose. He is kind of that guy that just sends the main 3 on missions in season 1, and we see him kind of get stabbed in Shibuya in season 2. He serves his purpose. He's not a nothing character. He doesn't need more time in the story. He's just there. But he serves his purpose. He's not one of those characters that is just there in the background and hasn't really done anything. Akari is, though. She is just around. Gets stabbed by Haruta as well. But she's less complex than Ijichi, and even Ijichi's not that complex, so there's that. Kenjaku needs more time. We just saw his plan unleashed, and we learned that he wasn't Geto. Kenjaku is pseudo-Geto, so we need more time in the story for Kenjaku to really see his plans develop, see why he stole Geto's body, why he wanted to do Shibuya, why he wanted to do all these things. What is his plan? You know, there is a lot more about Kenjaku that we need to know before we, make that call. Sukuna, great character, obviously. We see him pop off in Shibuya, murders fucking half of Shibuya like just nukes the place. Sukuna is one of those characters that I'm pretty sure we know Sukuna is a great character, but he'll never really be the best of the best for me. Maybe I'll walk that back in season 3, but like I feel like I know all that I need to know about Sukuna. He is a genocidal freaking mega demon guy that just wants to fuck everything up, and he's Yuji Itadori's biggest hater, and I feel like that's all we really need to know about Sukuna. It makes him a great character, but it's never going to make him one of those S-tier villains, in my opinion. But, maybe I'll be wrong. But speaking of S-tier villains, though, Mahito, absolutely one of the best written characters in the entire show. Mahito's dynamic with Nanami, Junpei, and Itadori is some of the best written stuff in the show. It's what truly locked me in to this show. I was kind of just like, oh, it's a good show, but I'm not really locked in until the Versus Mahito arc, when we really see him and Junpei and Itadori pop off, and it's just excellently written. His arc comes to a perfect conclusion, him begging for his life after clowning Nanami and Nobara for dying, and he's clowning Yuji that entire time, and he gets rid of Toto's arm. He is just absolutely on a tear, clowning every chance he gets, and by the end of it, he's begging Kenjaku to save him, begging for his life from Yuji. And it is a perfect end to his character. Mahito is absolutely one of the best written characters in the entire show. Jogo's a great character. We saw Jogo go off. He did his thing against Sukuna. He even got his own little personalized death message from Sukuna telling him he was a worthy opponent. Jogo is the most prominent of the disaster curses after Mahito, obviously. He gets more stuff to do than Hanami and Dagon. He is a great character. Dagon serves his purpose. Hanami needed more time, though. I know that Hanami is dead, so it's weird to put her in needs more time. But man, we got robbed of Hanami. That was wasted potential right there. We didn't get to see her domain expansion. She just kind of had her fight with Toto and Yuji and got rolled by Gojo and Shibuya. And I wish that we got to see her domain expansion, or her have a sick fight in Shibuya with I don't know, some other character, but Hanami just kind of got rolled. It makes sense, but I wish Hanami had more time in the story. And Dagon serves his purpose. We got to see his domain expansion. We got one badass fight out of him, and that was kind of it for him. Choso, great character. Super excited to see more of him because he can go up to the best of the best. But seeing his relationship with Yuji so far has been really awesome. His brothers, however, they serve their purpose. They are characters that just come in. They have a cool fight scene with Nobara and Itadori. They get rolled, and that's the motivation for Choso and Shibuya, why he's there, why he wants to punk Yuji. So Eso and Ketsuzu, they serve their purpose in the story. They come in, they leave, and that's that. Urame needs more time, obviously. She is with Kenjaku. She seems to very much like Sukuna as well. We kind of need to see more of Urame, though, to make a judgment call. Wasake, Yuji's grandfather, serves his purpose. He is the motivation for Yuji's entire quest in the entire show. And same with Sumiki, serves her purpose. She is Megumi's motivation as well. Junpei's mother's not a character. I guess she motivates Junpei, but it's not even on the level of Sumiki and Wasuke. We see her in one scene. She gets Junpei all emo. It contributes to his great writing, but I'm not going to say she serves her purpose. Ozawa is fucking not a character either. She just kind of gets a little rizzed on by Itadori. But that's not really serving a purpose in the story, is it? She's kind of just there for a nice, cute filler scene with our main three, and that's that. Juzo, who the fuck is that? I know he's in the Kyoto Goodwill event, but that brother just walks in. I don't even know what happens to him. I don't know if he's dead or not, but this guy, who the fuck is this guy? Miguel's not a character either. Bro gets rolled by Gojo. It's pretty funny. I know he's technically done, like he was training Yuta. Fuck off. We don't see it. It's fine. He's not a character. Haruta needed more time, man. I'm a Haruta defender to the end. I love this man. He's a fun-ass goofball. I love this guy. I love Haruta. He needed more time in the story. Mimiko and Nanako too, man. Wasted potential here. I actually really liked the twins. I like the twins, man. I wish they didn't get rolled. I wish they had more to do, but they just kind of got capped by Sukuna. Rika serves her purpose. Rika is a cool character. She is Yuta's, cursed spirit girlfriend thing. They tag team a lot of the curses together. And Rika, even though we found out that she could leave at the end of JJK 0, she's still with him in season 2. So I'm interested to see if that gets fleshed out at all. Rika serves her purpose, but there's definitely more to her character that can be explored. Shoko needs more time because she's more of a character than Masamichi Yaga, and we just kind of see her standing around with him in Shibuya. We need to see, I want to see Shoko in action. I want to see Shoko heal some bitches up in a fight and get them back in it, because she was there in Shibuya and she did not do her job. She did not heal shit. She was just standing there with Yaga doing nothing. Haibara serves his purpose in the story. He is Nanami's motivation. That's about it. Riko, best of the best. Absolutely one of the most phenomenally written characters in the show, along with Gojo and Geto. How she contributes to their entire thing. How she is able to break down Gojo's exterior, his hatred of the weak. She breaks that down for Gojo and Geto. How she gets Geto so attached to her, and when she gets murdered right in front of him, it completely fucks his worldview. And also, she's just a great written character in general. Like, her speech to Geto before she ends up getting shot about her growth and how she wants to stay as a human and not just assimilate with Tengen. It's amazing. I love Riko. Toji is another great character. He's out of the story now. I wouldn't quite call him the best of the best, even though he is an amazing character. He comes in, he serves his purpose, he wrecks Gojo and Geto, he has his moment with Megumi afterwards in Shibuya. It's a perfect little send-off for Toji, but I'm not going to quite call him the best of the best. Pushaisi, that's my dog, but he needs more time in the story for sure. He's just kind of there right now, but there is more for Ino. He's not just going to be a body in the background like Akari. I know Pushaisi's got more to offer. Wee, my brother, you need to stop getting groomed and get some shine of your own, bro. Step out of your sister's spotlight. Naoto served his purpose, I guess. Nah, I'm gonna bump him down. He was just kind of there. He was in Shibuya. He was there. He had a fight. He got wrecked by Jogo. That's about it. KO guy, fucking not a character, just some spirit that got rolled. Same with Awasaka, same with the smallpox deity. These are all spirits that got rolled. Maharaga isn't like a character either. It's just Megumi's freaking Shikigami. These are literally not characters. They are just curses that don't fucking talk or have character traits. And then finally wrapping things up with Yuki, the character the most that needs more time. We saw her briefly in Hidden Inventory. We saw her briefly at the end of Shibuya. And I know she's going to come back for Season 3. I'm excited to see how she contributes to the story there. But we definitely need more Yuki before I make my call. But this has been my JJK character tier list. Let me know if you disagree. You probably do. There's probably something I said in here that made you mad. But maybe there's something in here that made you really happy. So comment down below. What do you think of this tier list? Was it ass? Was it amazing? What would you change? Make your own, maybe. I don't know. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day.